Hi guys. This is like my like lioness hair. I just finished the ring fit. I only allowed myself to do the arms, and then my daughter did the leg necessity. It sounds really weird, but it was fun. It's just that like I use exercise as it really helps me, and so to be so restricted on that is not easy for me. But I wanted to share that I realized what I can control. So I did like a ton of arms, like a ton. And I also did affirmations every single rep. So that was cool. And it's like 2 o'clock almost here. And so it's snowing. And I'm going to go ahead and take a bath and just be with myself for, a bit. And I will say there were multiple times while being like downstairs that I felt stressed and just burdened. And every time using the tools, I was able to come back to, oh, this is what's actually happening. So I would think of, healing as like meditation. It's a practice. So in meditation, it's actually a good thing when you get off course, because when you lose focus and then you become aware that you lost focus and then you bring yourself back to focus, right? What do people do? We beat ourselves up for losing focus in the first place. But the reality is that when you realize you lost focus, you just won. Because it's kind of like, I think of it almost like, so my dog, when he was alive, he would be like on a leash a lot and he would like drag it. And I'd be like, hey, I see you. And he didn't know I could like see him in the fireplace. So I just see the leash like slowly moving. I'm like, hey, and then he'd stop and like freeze. Anyway, that might not make sense, but it doesn't matter. My point is that every time you catch yourself that you've lost focus and you bring yourself back, you've won. So my point with that was with any sort of trigger or just maybe forgetting to breathe, which is a big thing. Every time that you realize, oh my gosh, I'm not breathing, or I'm not breathing, like a deep breath, and you bring yourself back to, it's kind of like, it's metacognition. So you're realizing you kind of are outside of yourself. So instead of being in yourself and being distracted, you realize you are being distracted. So your awareness of what you're doing, right? Which sounds so wild, but it also makes perfect sense. So anyway, just remind yourself that, and I'm reminding myself too, that every time that you realize you've gotten off track, you've lost focus, that you're winning, because you're having that awareness of what's happening as opposed to being in it. So love you guys. I'm going to go take a bath now.